Hi, I'm Maddie if you're new here, and today I'm going to be sharing my top 25 college purchases with you all. So I just finished my third year at the University of Virginia, and there are some items that have been lifesavers throughout my time there that I'm really happy that I have. And if y'all are interested in a complete packing list, let me know in the comments. Without further ado, let's get into it. I have divided the items into 3 different sections. We have technology, home/kitchen, and then miscellaneous. Starting off with the tech category, the first item are my AirPod Pros, but honestly any kind of noise canceling headphone. For my first year and a half at UVA, I had regular AirPods, and while they worked pretty well, whenever I upgraded to the Pros, I was just blown away at what I had been missing out on. Now when I'm in the library and someone is walking in and scooting out their chair and it's kind of loud, it doesn't distract me because I don't hear it. If there are people whispering, I can't hear that through my music. It's just been a really great product that has helped increase my concentration and focus levels, and therefore my productivity, because I'm not getting distracted by the small things. Furthermore, this has allowed me to study in areas outside the library. Now I can safely study in my apartment and not have to worry about if my roommates are cooking or watching TV. So it has been the perfect addition to my study routine. Going along with that, number 2 is an Apple Music subscription. Similarly, it could be Spotify Premium, but I have absolutely loved having access to all different kinds of songs. One thing that I really like to do when studying is putting on a lo-fi study beats playlist, and with Apple Music I have access to unlimited songs, which has been really great for that. But also for working out at the gym, I can create all kinds of workout playlists and listen to artist radio stations, and it's just been really great to not be confined to the same music. Also with the student discount, it's only $6 a month, so for less than $100 a year you get access to every song out there, so it's been game-changing for me. Number 3 is something my boyfriend got me, and that is an Amazon Fire Stick. It's a really great way to turn any type of TV into a smart TV, so that way you can have all of your streaming in one place. So you can watch YouTube, Netflix, Hulu, you can stream your TV, music, anything you want, and it's just been a really great way to repurpose an old hand-me-down TV into something that has all the functionality of a really expensive TV. Number 4 is paying extra for a spec'd out computer. So I did not end up getting a new computer for college, but I went into a computer having really high specs and extra storage capacity from doing YouTube all throughout high school, and that has paid off a lot with all of the programming that you will be doing in college. Obviously, this varies by major, but as someone in the School of Architecture, I am using a lot of the Adobe Suite products. Whenever I was at first year, I was using some architecture-specific products like Rhino and AutoCAD, and now in planning, using things like ArcGIS. So just having a computer that has higher than the base level specs has made my workflow a lot smoother than people who bought the baseline computer, just because sometimes with the heavy programming that you have to run for certain majors, the baseline computer specs might have trouble running it. So if you're able to pay a little extra for better specs, I think it's going to pay for itself in the long run. Next is my phone wallet. This was a lifesaver. I remember showing up at UVA with my Vera Bradley clutch, which is like this big, and it was a pain in the butt to have to carry around grounds all day, walking like 6 miles a day in my backpack, just so cumbersome. And also you have to remember to keep up with it. With the phone wallet, it's just right there on the back of my phone. I don't have to think twice about it. I know I'm not going to leave my apartment without my phone, so I'm always going to have all of my essential cards with me, and I will never go back. Next up is the handy dandy Apple Watch. So this isn't super specific to college and school per se, but it has been a game changer in my fitness life. Whenever I was in high school, I was not really into working out. I did dance, but that was only 1 day a week. Whenever I got my Apple Watch, I just became so motivated to work out consistently and close my rings. And now I could not really imagine the lifestyle that I have without an Apple Watch. So if you're someone that's looking to get into fitness in college, or you want to track how much you're walking to classes, because it's actually a lot more than you think, I would really recommend getting one. I just think for people who struggle with motivation to work out, it's a really visual way to sort of track your progress, and Apple Watch, it keeps you motivated, keeps you on your toes. It sends you notifications throughout the day, making sure that you're staying active and you're not forgetting about your rings. Next is an iPad. Again, I did not get a new iPad for college. The one that I have is so old. I've had it since middle school. It's 8.5 years old, which is crazy. But it's honestly so nice to have it for note-taking in classes. Some professors will have slide decks that are 100 slides for one class, so it's obviously impossible to copy everything down in class. So being able to download the lecture slides and take notes on that digitally in class is really nice. Also, if you're someone who doesn't want to carry around a lot of notebooks, you can just have all of your notes in one place. Also, this is a little specific to me being in a design school, but having the capability to draw on screen and use the pencil has been really helpful for a lot of projects. Even if you're someone who's ambivalent about if you're going to use it for note-taking, I think it is a really versatile tool that has a lot of functionality outside being your notebook. Going along with that is my purchase of the app GoodNotes. I was really hesitant first year if I wanted to invest in a note-taking app, and it has been worth every single penny for sure. Like I was saying, whenever professors have really long slide decks, it's really nice to be able to annotate on top of it. I've also found it really helpful for study guides, going back through materials and being able to draw and put images in. It's just a very easy to use app, and I'm really glad that I purchased it. The final item in the tech category is an extra long phone charger. So this was primarily purchased for my first year in the dorm setting when the beds are lofted up and a normal phone charger is obviously not going to reach up there. But I have honestly really enjoyed having a long phone charger in my apartment as well, because then it can be plugged into the wall and I can pull it onto my bed and just have it anywhere within the vicinity and not have to be like curled up on the side of the bed so the cord reaches. Even if you're someone who's not in a dorm setting, I think just having the long cord is really nice and convenient. Moving on to the kitchen and home category, the first item is the Ninja Foodie air fryer, which this was game changing. My roommate second year had one of these and I ended up using it every single day. So going into third year, I purchased one for myself for my new apartment, and I honestly just can't imagine my food routine without one now. And it does everything from your basic functionality like toasting a bagel or baking a pizza to the air frying and making things super crispy. So I have loved being able to prepare roasted cauliflower and tofu in here, and it just tastes so much better than when you make it in the normal oven. Next is another machine purchase, and this one I've shown off a lot on my channel, and that is my espresso machine. As we all know, I am a big coffee girly. I have it every single day. And we also know that coffee is very expensive now. Getting a drink from Starbucks is easily $6 to $7. The machine that I purchased was $120, and I have more than gotten my money's worth out of it in the past year, because if I bought a coffee out every single day, that would be way more than $120 plus all the supplies that you have to get to make your coffee. Because for example, a large bag of grounds from the grocery store is $20 and will last me 2 months, and then of course getting like milk and creamer. My point is, it's so much cheaper to make coffee at home. While we're on the topic of coffee, the next item is a good coffee cup. I'm a big iced coffee drinker, so I got a really nice insulated stainless steel cup that's going to keep the ice from melting when I'm walking to class in 90-degree heat, which is really nice. And I honestly think that's the best like $15 I have spent in a while. And then also for my birthday, my boyfriend got me a hot coffee thermos because I recently got into hot coffee this past winter, and it was so nice to be able to get to class when it was, you know, 15 degrees outside and be able to sip on a warm mocha or chai latte. So if you're someone like me who really values good coffee in the morning, do yourself a favor and invest in some good coffee cups. Moving on to the home section, please, 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 if you don't buy anything else in this video, get a good mattress topper. Even if you're out of the dorm and you're in an apartment, the mattress that your apartment comes with is also probably terrible. And we all should value our sleep very much, so splurge, get a good one. make sure you get good night's rest and you don't wake up with a sore back. This next item is a little general, but I think it's really important to invest in room decor that makes you feel good and makes the space feel like one that you want to spend time in and that you're comfortable in. In college, you just spend so much time in your room, whether it's your dorm or your apartment. You really want to make sure it's somewhere that you enjoy being in and that you can unwind in, because otherwise you're not really going to have that space, and that's just critical to everyone's well-being and mental health. So if the room decor that you like happens to be on the upper end of the spectrum, I think that it's okay to splurge on that and invest in yourself and your sanctuary, because otherwise you're just not going to be happy. The next item is to get really good organizers. I'm an organization freak, so maybe this is just me, but having the nice acrylic organizer on my desk for all my little pens or the acrylic trays for my makeup just makes life so much more pleasant, because I know that everything has a place and things are not cluttered. And when you're in a really small space like a college dorm or apartment, space is at a premium, so anything that you can do to optimize storage and organization is going to create more space for you. So I think just having good organizational skills and techniques with your space is going to make the process a lot easier and make your living space more enjoyable. Next on the list, we have a high-powered vacuum. So I did not have this in my dorm and it wasn't a big deal, but in my apartment where there's carpet, I had a really bad issue with the hair that we just like naturally shed staying in the carpet and the vacuum not sucking it up. So whenever my parents were actually up for a while in the summer and were actually spending time in the carpet and realized how much hair was in the carpet, they quickly took me to Walmart and got a high-powered vacuum, and that has been game-changing because I can see all of the hair that it's sucking up, and it's just really disgusting that to think for a full year all of that hair was not getting pulled out of the carpet. So if you live somewhere where there's carpet, I think this is a really good investment. Even if you don't have a lot of hair in your carpet, I think it's just good to be pulling all of that dust and dirt out so that way you don't get sick or get really stuffed up. Moving along, we have a good office chair. Unfortunately, the chair that comes with your dorm or your apartment is probably not going to be a comfortable one, and as I've said on here several times, you're going to be spending a lot of time in your room and at your desk, so it's really important that the chair that you're sitting in is comfortable, because you're going to have hours of homework that you need to do, and if your chair isn't comfortable, it's going to be really hard to focus and push through. So just do yourself a favor and get somewhere comfortable to sit. This next item will either be something you overlook or required from your university and nothing in between, and that is surge protectors. So these can also double as your extension cords if you get one with a really long cord, which is nice. That's what I did and what I would recommend. But you don't want your nice cozy lighting that you paid a lot of money for to get fried, which happened to me when I brought my nice cozy lighting home first year and didn't use my surge protector. So protect your laptop, protect your fairy lights, get a surge protector. It's just a win-win. This next item was game-changing for me this winter, and that was getting a space heater. As an environmentalist, I was really conflicted about getting a space heater because I know that they're horrible for the environment. The amount of electricity they use is insane, but my room was absolutely freezing this winter. The air circulation in a lot of apartments just isn't very good, so my room was freezing in the winter and sweltering in the summer. And you just want to make your space as comfortable as possible, and that includes the temperature. So if the central heating and air just isn't cutting it for you, I would highly recommend investing in a space heater and a fan just so you are comfortable. Moving along to the final category, miscellaneous. The first item is my Patagonia jacket. But honestly, just making sure that you have a good winter jacket is really important, especially if you're going to a school that's just not in Florida. You are going to have some really cold days when you have to walk to class, and making sure that you're bundled up and nice and toasty, or as toasty as you can be when it's freezing outside, is going to be really important. I use it all the time and I think it's one of the best things that I've ever gotten. Next up, we have my yoga mat. So I had always just used my mom's yoga mat when I was at home, but I knew that starting to go to shared gyms, I did not want to use a gym mat that hundreds of other people were going to be using. Even if they do wipe it down, it's a little disgusting, especially because I have a phobia of sweat. So I have really enjoyed having my own exercise mat to take to the gym to do floor workouts. So if you're someone who likes to work out consistently or thinks you're going to get into yoga or some other form of exercise, having your own mat is going to be really nice, so you don't have to worry about if other people have wiped them off or not. Another clothing item that I'm really glad that I had for college were my Nike Air Force Ones, or just good walking shoes. I had so many pairs of shoes that I really liked wearing in high school that worked for not having to walk very far, but when you're walking 6 miles or more a day, you want really nice supportive shoes so your feet don't feel horrible at the end of every day. And for me, those are the Nike Air Force Ones because they're super comfortable, they look fashionable, and I don't have to worry about if my feet are gonna hurt. You could also get a pair of nice workout shoes to wear to class as well. For me, I just wanted something, I guess, a little dressier, a little nicer than a workout shoe. However, that is a nice segue to the next item, which is having a good pair of workout shoes. For me, this is the Adidas Ultra Boost ones. I absolutely love them. Sometimes I do even wear them to class, but I could not imagine not having a good pair of workout shoes. I guess this is a little dependent on if you're someone who likes to go to the gym, run, exercise, but I think this is a staple. Moving along, the next item is having either a bullet journal or some type of planner. Even if you're someone where in high school you did not keep a planner, it is critical in college that you keep a planner so that way you can keep up with not only your assignments but the readings that you need to be doing, any meetings or appointments. Just time management skills in general are really critical in college when you have so much going on, and having somewhere where you can physically write it down, see it visually, and also have the satisfaction of marking things off when they're complete is just a really great way to hone in on those skills and make sure that you don't forget anything that's really important. The last item on the list is a pair of earplugs, which might sound a little weird. This item I got during my first year when I was sharing a room, and the person that I was sharing a room with got up a lot earlier than I did, so having the earplugs allowed me to kind of keep my own schedule because I could kind of block out the noise that she was making in the morning. And they have also been really helpful in the apartment setting where people might be rummaging around in the kitchen or the living room, either while you're trying to sleep in the morning or as you're trying to go to bed at night. And the pair that I got are really good at canceling out noise. So my roommates could be in the living room right outside my door watching a movie and laughing and I could not hear anything. So it's just been a great tool to help me actually get in a good amount of sleep in college. That is going to be all for today's video. Those are my top 25 items that I got for college. If you're interested in a full packing video, let me know down in the comments. Thank you all so much for watching this video and supporting my channel. It really means a lot, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!
I said it before and I'll say it again. Life moves pretty fast.
It's not about personality matrices and charts. It's all about the bumps in your heart.